Hello everybody, welcome to Frontier Mentality. We will do the garden tour in just a minute. I'm taking advantage of letting the dogs be outside. Joy's being a little whiny. It is cold, but it has stopped raining. And surprisingly, let's get y'all where I can see you and you can see me. Surprisingly, after rain on Sunday night, Monday, pretty much all day, Tuesday, off and on, Wednesday, most of the day, and this morning we had some rain. This swing, praise that we were able to get the good top on it. The swing is actually dry. So for filming, I picked the peppery lettuce, the collards, some thinning the carrots a little bit. Let's see if I can find. They're very wimpy on the bottom, but we can throw this into the stir fry that we're having tonight. I thought I had one. It had a. Here's one that's actually started to turn orange, but carrots usually 100 days or so to get real carrots at the bottom, but we will use the greens in the stir fry. So we have some onions we buy at the grocery store. I will grab another, hush Jojo, you're okay. I will grab another bell pepper and slice it and add it to the onions, and then I have some mushrooms, and then we have some canned chicken, and we'll just have a stir fry, and that's what we'll have for dinner. I know that Venezuela is going they're sending another ship down there, so I see maybe something popping off down there, not just drug related. They say it's drug related, but Venezuela is the biggest oil reserve in the world. You also got the Panama Canal down there. We know the history. We built the Panama Canal to help our ships go through, and we gave it to the people, and they've used other countries to help keep it going versus keeping us helping it. So there's a lot of going on down there, and it's not all about the drug war. It's great that they're stopping the drugs. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad they're stopping it, because many people get hurt and lives get destroyed when people get hooked on that stuff. But there's other reasons behind that. Okay. So there's container gardens that people, y'all see that we're adding container gardens to our our garden, the Vago beds, filling them and all that stuff. But you can grow you can do container gardens on your back porch, so the people have HOAs, or they live in a condo, or they live in townhomes, or even apartments. Some apartments, if they're stackable, actually have porches right on the back, or little small areas that you could ask, can I grow something here? And sometimes they will say yes, sometimes they will say no. But the condo living people and the townhouse people and the people in HOAs, container gardens are your friend. I found a very interesting lady on YouTube. It's called Becoming a Farm Girl. She lives in a townhouse. Her and her husband both work full time, but she gets over 60% of her vegetables from her back porch garden, and she uses grow towers. So please check her out. Tell her that Frontier Mentality sent you over. It kind of helps boost my channel just a tad. but it also helps YouTube people grow, and I think it's important that as a community of like-mindedness that we share each other's channels out. It helps boost the algorithm in YouTube land too. Um, then people like me who live on less than an acre. Allie, I think, I'm not 100%. Allie, I do know is her first name. You can probably just put Allie Farms in, but she's out in California and she lives on a smaller acre than me, or a smaller. We're almost an acre here, but she's a third of an acre, I think, and she grows and produces almost 80% of her food. So don't think, well, I don't have the room, or I live in the neighborhood and I can't grow food. You can grow food, and you just have to be willing to give up some of your lawn space to have food space. The dangerous thing is you control the food, you can control the people. So be part of the solution, not the problem. Don't be controlled. Don't let people control what you can eat, what you can't eat. With that being said, there's food stamps fixing to come to a halt in November. If you're on food stamps, I was years ago. My kids were little, and my husband worked, and I worked for the school system. I drove a school bus. Be nice to your bus drivers, y'all. They do not make the money whatsoever. I think I brought home, when I had no field trips, no game trips, because I did that to boost my income, I only brought home $450 a month. They don't get paid well. They do it mostly for the insurance. And so tell your children, please be nice, please sit on their bottoms, back against the back, and feet on the floor. Don't have your kids turning around backwards. It's so dangerous. And the seat belts, I've heard this, well, they should have seat belts. Make them kids sit down. A bus can catch on. It's so flammable. A seatbelt can cost your child's life. So there's that. But with the food stamp thing, get back to that. If like your birthday's like today's October the 30th. So if you're the end of October, your money's gonna be on your card even in November. Now because I know it falls on birthdays, so like mine fell at the beginning of the month and so forth, anywho. But if you're going to the store, shop strategically. Start learning to go. There's hundreds of YouTube channels. Look, going from scratch, cooking from scratch. Don't buy prepackaged meals. That garbage is terrible for your body. And just having a little extra time to prepare your meals. If you're needing fasting on the go, like the channel I recommended, Becoming a Farm Girl, she spends the weekend cooking food to feed her family through the whole week. She just has to pull it out, and voila. Fast food, it might took her all day one day to make it, but she has fast food for the rest of the week, and it's good food. So be smart. If you're on food stamps, don't just go for prepackaged meals. They were talking about in like metropolitan areas that some Walmarts and other grocery stores, some were having security guards brought in, only doing curbside pickups and whatnot. Go in twos, leave your kids at home if you can. Go with a friend or whatever. desperate people will do desperate measures, and they're good people. But if their kids are starving and they're desperate for food, they're going to do things that they would never have thought of. They might steal your food coming from the grocery store to your car. But I do know many towns, many churches, many food banks, they're repping up and they are ready to receive these people. So there are avenues to use and not be violent. Becca and them's not going to behave, so they're ready to come in and they're cold. And it is chilly out here. So let's go ahead and do this garden tour. And maybe they will calm down just a tad. Okay. Here are the mustard greens going on right there. And then here we have the collard greens going here, and a few mustards that fell in this one. And the peppery lettuce. Hey, hey. You're okay. Hey, hey. You're okay. You're okay. And then the onions. They're very little. Like I said, these onions will not be ready until spring. And then here we have our carrots and our cauliflower and broccoli's in here. Here is the kale that we had cut back. I want to show you it's resilient. Here's new leaves coming out where we cut it back far. We have about 6 beets and 6 of the red beets, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the gold beets that I see coming up. And then I cut most of my kale and mustards out of these rows. I did get a few turnips out of that row. Let's step over and around because I'm going to take you. I did a short. I did plant about 50 to 60 garlic. You're not going to be able to see it because they're not poking up yet. I did this Friday before the rain. So this bed here that looks very empty. Now the 2 things you see there and there is potatoes. I had potatoes here one year. So apparently there's a few taters in there and they decided they want to grow some. And there's my curly dot coming in, our turnip greens, and then here we have the purple cabbage coming in, and over here we have some regular cabbage. You see the okra's got blowed over and twitched around from the storms. And then all this is still kale. Jojo, get out there. What are you doing? Get out there. She is in my lavender bed. Get out of my lavender bed. Tell her. Say, get out there. Hey, Say. And there's my Say Sue. Say hey, everybody. Say, this is Sadie. Jojo's the white one and Becca's my black baby. Say, Becca is a Pit Bull Terrier Lab Mix. Joy is a Labrador, and Sadie is a Border Collie Lab Mix. And we have very few figs, or not really figs. There's some on here, but they're not going to produce. It's gotten way too cold for them. And then we've got cauliflower and cauliflower and broccoli that Bruce transplanted over here. And because we had butterhead here last year, or spring, it's coming back up. It reseeds itself. It's a thing that always come back for you. Now I harvested some not too long ago, and it's beginning to put out new shoots around it. So it's growing. We got a blueberry bush here, and that tall little squiggly right there, and it's actually getting leaves on it. So it's getting its roots, and we'll have to plant these blueberries elsewhere. Bruce got them from a cutting from the main, or not a cutting, we dug some up from the roots. So yeah, growing your food, staying safe, and getting ready. Please make sure you're getting at least 5 cans a week. Do 3 of them meat, 2 of them vegetables, and keep stocking, keep prepping, and beans and rice, y'all. All right, everybody, please stay safe, please get ready, and please get prepared. Frontier Metalli signing out.